Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into the heart of, well, a truly ancient place, Banaras.
Also known as Varanasi or Kashi.
Right. Imagine this, one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities on Earth, nestled right there along the Ganga in Uttar Pradesh.
It really is more than just a city, isn't it? It feels like a symbol.
Yeah, like a living embodiment of India's spirit, its history, and its resilience.
Mm-hmm. And our goal today, for you listening, is to really get under the skin of Banaras.
Try and understand what makes it so unique, so captivating.
Exactly. And we're using excerpts from Banaras.pdf as our guide, focusing on some key aspects.
Okay, let's dive in. So, right away, the information we have just screams spirituality. It's the city's life force.
Absolutely. It's almost inseparable from Hindu mythology. We're talking about the city of Lord Shiva.
Yeah, the belief is that he actually founded Kashi. And this detail is fascinating. It supposedly rests on his trident.
It does. And that imagery, it says so much, doesn't it? About how people see the city.
Like divinely protected, stable.
Precisely. It gives it this sense of permanence, an unshakable foundation that you perhaps don't find quite the same way elsewhere.
That makes sense.
And it feeds into that resilience we mentioned. The source also talks a lot about moksha.
Liberation, right, from the cycle of birth and death.
Exactly. And the belief that dying in Benares is, well, incredibly auspicious, a direct route to that ultimate freedom.
But it's not all focused just on, the end of life. The Ganga River itself is just so central.
Oh, completely. Pilgrims travel there constantly for that holy dip.
Believing it washes away sins, purifies them, you can almost feel that atmosphere.
You really can. The source paints a vivid picture, the sensory overload almost.
In a good way.
I think so. The chants, the temple bells you hear everywhere, the soft glow from the oil lamps on the ghats. It all adds up to create this really powerful feeling. The text calls it mystical and serene.
A tangible sense of the sacred, maybe.
That's a great way to put it. Tangible.
Now, speaking of those ghats, the source mentions over 80 of them.
Yeah, over 80, each with its own history, its own purpose. It's a lot to take in.
But a couple really seem to stand out in the material. Dashashwamedh Ghat.
Very prominent.
And then, like, the complete opposite vibe, Manikarnika and Harishchandra Ghats.
Exactly. Dashwamedh is known for its energy, especially the Ganga Arta ceremony every evening.
Ah, yes. The synchronized rituals, the fire, the music, honoring the river goddess.
It's quite the spectacle. The source highlights the visual, all those lamps reflecting in the water. It's a major draw.
I can imagine. Just stunning. But then those other two, Manikarnika and Harishchandra.
The cremation sites?
Yeah, pyres burning constantly. That must be an incredibly direct confrontation with mortality.
It is. And it's constant, not hidden away.
How does that affect daily life there, though? I mean, does it make things feel morbid or something else?
That's a really important point. The source suggests it's not about morbidity. It's more of a constant visible reminder.
Of impermanence.
Exactly. The cycle of existence. It shapes the city's unique character, this place where life and death aren't, hidden from each other.
They just coexist. Peacefully, even.
That seems to be the feeling, yes. A kind of peaceful convergence.
No,
It perhaps fosters a different perspective on life, on the whole journey.
It really sounds like it. Okay, so beyond the intense spirituality, Benares is also this huge center for learning and culture.
Absolutely. For centuries, the source makes that very clear.
A cradle of knowledge in the arts.
Definitely. Historically, it was a major seat of Sanskrit learning, which is foundational.
And that legacy continues, right? With Banaras Hindu University, BHU.
Yes, BHU is huge, one of Asia's largest universities and still a vital hub for everything from classical studies to, well, modern science now too, a real intellectual powerhouse.
And the music, wow. The names just jump out. Pandit Ravi Shankar.
The sitar maestro.
And Ustad Bismillah Khan.
On the Shinai. Absolute giants who took Indian classical music global.
It's incredible. But the source suggests it's more than just famous names, right? The whole city is musical.
That's what's so interesting. It describes this pervasive musical atmosphere. It's not just concerts or schools.
Like it's in the air?
Kind of, yeah. Jam sessions in the alleys, music schools tucked away. It seems woven into the fabric of the place, a deep, inherent connection to art.
You can almost hear it just thinking about it. And then there's the tangible culture, too, the crafts, the bazaars.
Ah, yes. And you have to start with the Banarasi silk saris. They're legendary.
Truly iconic. The source mentions the intricate gold and silver brocade.
Beautifully described, yes. And their importance in Indian culture, weddings, festivals, they signify so much.
It's a tradition of incredible craftsmanship.
Passed down through generations, and the source points to the narrow lanes of the old city.
That's where you find the artisans, the
Yeah.
weavers.
Exactly. Keeping these ancient skills alive. It's not just buying something pretty, it's like witnessing living history.
And the bazaars themselves. Sounds like sensory overload again.
Vibrant and chaotic is how the text puts it.
Yeah.
In the best way, you know.
Yeah. What can you find there?
Pretty much everything. Those famous silks, obviously.
Yeah.
But also brass idols, wooden toys, perfumes, and the food, of course.
Oh, right. Can't forget the food. Kachori sabzi. Tamatar cha.
And the famous Banarasi patan. It all adds another layer, another texture to the whole experience. It engages every sense.
It really sounds like it does. Which I suppose leads to this final point from the source. This idea of Banaras being sort of timeless.
Yes, existing beyond time. The text says it feels like walking through layers of history.
You can see it right. Ancient temples right next to modern buildings.
That juxtaposition is key. It shows how tradition and, well, inevitable change managed to coexist there. It's quite remarkable.
And even with the challenges any ancient city faces.
Urban challenges, sure. But the material stresses that Benares somehow holds onto its spiritual core, that timeless quality.
It's a testament to something really deep-rooted.
Yeah. The source concludes, and it's a powerful thought, that Benares is more than just a city. It's an emotion, a philosophy.
A microcosm of Indian heritage.
Exactly. And whether you go seeking spiritual answers or cultural immersion or just, the magic of an eternal place, it leaves a mark.
Definitely sounds like it. So just to recap our deep dive today, we've touched on Benares's deep spirituality, the Ghats reflecting life and death.
Its role as a center for knowledge, for culture, both historically and today.
The incredible handicrafts, those vibrant bazaars.
And ultimately, that sense of timelessness, how all these threads, spirituality, mortality, art, commerce, weave together.
It creates this unique, incredibly compelling whole.
It really does.
So maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to ponder. In a world that's changing so incredibly fast, what can we learn from a city like Benares? A place that so openly, so consistently embraces both life and death as just part of the deal.
It's something that stays with you, I think, long after you've thought about the timeless soul of India.